You've got mail.
What's your beef?
What's your vent? Tell us why you mad.
Let's talk about it during Express Your Mind. It's the Monday Rant. Right here, right now.
The iPower Evening Show.
Good evening, everyone. DeMarco, Ricky, and Raphael. This is Express Your Mind Monday on the IPES. This is our debut of the Monday Rant that goes into Express Your Mind coming up this hour. Every Monday and Wednesday from now on is Express Your Mind doubleheader, where you can call up and express your mind on Mondays and Wednesdays during the doubleheader. Now, what is the Monday Rant? Simple. It can be me, Ricky, or Raphael, or even Stefan, if he decides to call up on this rant. Plus, you, the people, now have an opportunity to share your rant story, but it has to be one email per segment. So if you have a topic that we should be talking about, we'll deal with it, plain and simple. It's like the people's choice to discuss that we feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
So with that said, we have an email from Jennifer Beasley. You remember Jennifer Beasley?
Of course.
Who wrote to us this summer.
I remember her.
She's from Staten Island, New York. Remember her?
Oh, yeah.
She was the woman that encouraged me to leave Boston.
That Jennifer Beasley.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay. Yeah.
It's obviously, she saw my postings, which was last year, on my Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook almost all of March. And here's what she wrote in response, which is very encouraging and positive. Miss Beasley writes, "Good evening, family. Now, so far, so good. You brothers are on the right path. The only thing that is missing is that you are still in Boston. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Boston. That's where I'm originally from. However, it's not how the old Boston was when I was growing up. Now, I can break down lots of things Boston used to have. For an example, Mr. White, I know you love elevated subway trains. New York has that. Boston no longer has that. Boston has limited resources. New York has plenty of resources. But let's cut through the chase. Anybody who says, why are you representing a city like NYC, loving NYC, and loyal to NYC, but don't give that same energy to your own city like Boston? And Brother D, I can vouch for you on this one. The city of Boston is selfish. Boston is selfish. They see many people as a thing when it comes to black people. Even our own black people, African Americans, see our very own as a thing. Don't want us to accomplish nothing. And they wonder why we don't support each other. I'm not saying New York ain't like that. You better believe it. But when you push your own out of your own city based on envy, jealousy, and self-hatred, then of course you're going to have some people from Boston, especially black people, going the opposite and thinking the opposite, that I'd rather focus on New York than focus on Boston. Some of our own people in Boston don't feel that love, that embracement, that energy, and that loyalty. Some feel excluded, that they want to get out. And unfortunately, some of our own black people has moved out of Boston for those particular reasons, to escape what's not there for them, and also to escape who don't want them in that city. It is sad, and they wonder why I left that city to settle down in New York. You have this online radio station in the Big Apple but yourselves, and it's time to start packing your bags and get out." Jennifer Beasley from Staten Island, New York. Thank you, sweetheart. Do you see where she's coming from on this?
Yes, I do.
Yes. iPower One, this radio station that we're broadcasting on, is a New York City radio station.
For real.
Sometimes we're in New York broadcasting. We go back and forth. Yes, we're currently in Boston. I don't associate with Boston events or anything else.
Yeah.
I don't know about Ricky or Raphael, but I no longer have a relationship with Boston when it comes to this radio station. I'm just here for the time being till I get back to New York. If you want to check out our website, iPower1FM.com, you'll know why. It's all New York, tri-state. There's nothing Boston on that website, but there's always a reason for that.
Yeah, right.
We want to know what's on your mind on tonight's rant. Coming up next on the EYM doubleheader. Keep it locked, everyone. Getting your take next. It's the iPower Evening Show. Good evening.
The iPower Evening Show.